are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.
Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. You're now locked into the Life of Produk Podcast. Man, shouts out to everybody who's been supporting the show, man. Y'all eased up with the hate mail, which I appreciate. Maybe it's because I took a couple weeks off. Oh no. I got a feeling that after this show, you guys are gonna come back with it. This is episode 76. I told y'all a while back we were gonna every month do one show, the Two Cousins. This is Two Cousins Part 4. I got the cousin Damien on the show. What's good with you?
What's good, fam? What's good, fam? Good to be back.
Welcome. Welcome back to the show, man. A lot of people have been feeling the whole Two Cousins series, man. I appreciate you coming through. I told y'all my cousin is like Bruce Wayne in Brooklyn, man. What's the vibes like back home? You got to report this for me because I'm homesick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, summer is summer, man. A lot of people ready for summer to be over. It's just been hot. Like, it's been real. Like, usually summer in New York is usually a buildup. Like, late June, early July, it's like you get some 80s. And in August, it gets really hot. We had like maybe about 4 or 5 heat waves this summer.
Nah, that's wild. That's wild.
Been crazy.
That's wild. I don't miss those New York heat waves. I remember I had to work in a heat wave one time, and it was like $1.05, son. And I was stupid because I was off that day, but I picked up overtime. And I picked up a double when I was there for 16 hours in the blazing heat. And I was like, I'll never do this to myself ever again. You know what I'm saying? Yo, did you see the clip? I think it was Eric Adams when he was saying something like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a shorty over there. Ha ha, nobody laughed.
Oh yeah. When he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure I met a shorty. Yeah, it's like everybody. The funny thing is the caption for people that's posted it, retweeting. It's like the main one going around is where it was like, the one dude was like, I can't stand this nigga, and I'm like,
yo, it had me rolling. I was like, you ain't have no shorty over there. Stop it, boy. Stop. You know what? Every New York man. There's two things about them. One, they have their own like weird shit about them, and two, they're never liked. Like nobody has ever. I don't think anybody's like the New York man since Mayor Dinkins. Remember him? Wasn't he like the first black New York man?
I think so. Yeah. And it's like he is the last one I can remember where it's usually at some point people are just like they just can't they just really get tired of him.
No, facts. And he used to sweat on camera like profusely. Like the shit was bad. Like he used to I remember me and Devon was watching. He was like, yo, my son was sweating on camera. I was like, maybe he nervous and lying. I don't know. You know, the lights is hot. But it was dope. But yo, we are back here for the Two Cousins segment. We got some stuff to talk about today. Yo, we need to talk about this Khaled album.
Yeah, it just dropped yesterday.
We need to talk about it. Now, I'm giving it, I think, about 2 full listens, and I skipped over after that to go back and listen to a few joints. And we going straight in. I want your honest, unfiltered opinion on this album. Overall, what do you think about this album?
Okay. So honestly speaking, I've had my issues with DJ Khaled in the past. This is, Khaled is, his brand is, we the best. Number one, I make anthems. Like I make anthems. Like that's his whole brand. So when I was kind of excited for this album because it's kind of been a dry summer as far as music. So I was like, oh, at least I know he's gonna have like the big names. Like when he released the track list, it's like you have an all-star roster, which he usually does. I mean, for the last 3 albums, he's had all-star rosters, and you bring all-stars to the studio, but the last 3 albums, including this one, have been, I would say, mid.
They had, and I agree. They had good songs, but I feel like the same way you feel, this one has good songs, but it's mid.
It's mid. It's like mid, like the last 3. So for me, I feel like it's time to have the conversation like, when it comes to DJ Khaled. Like, what is? Because people have said, like, social media and people scoff at people in the industry and other fans scoff at criticism when they say, all right, what is his talent? What's his talent really? And it's like, well, no, now it is conversation where it's a big thing. A lot of people have credited him with, he brings big names together. This album, okay, of course, like just to start off, I mean, the song God Did.
Wait, hold up. Let's before we go into the God Did song, let's talk about the Drake intro. What is it? No Secrets?
Oh, yeah, No Secret. Yeah.
Were you disappointed from that?
Yes, because
I was too.
Yeah, but here's why. Because when I see the name, when I see the track, and I see featuring Drake, I'm like, okay, Drake does great with intros.
Yes.
It's like I don't think we needed a 45-second intro. Like I feel like with that
exactly.
It started out like Drake was gonna cook, and then it's like 45
that's what
seconds.
I thought. I thought we was gonna get a 6 a.m. in Toronto.
Yeah, it's like it could have been that, but it's like he could have took this. He didn't need this on the album.
And we got a mid-tone lullaby. That's what we got. We didn't get it. It was like, I was like, I was like, wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I'm gonna let that rock. I said, all right, the God Did song with Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, and Hov comes after that, right? Now I want to give you my opinion because I listened to this joint back to back a lot of times just so I could be ready for this, you know, because we be talking that hip hop shit. Bang bang. The God Did song, I love the production. Rick Ross, you get the same from Rick Ross, and I mean that respectfully. You're not gonna get a whack verse from Rick Ross. You're not gonna get he was spitting it. You're gonna get a straight arrow verse. That's why I like Rick Ross on features, because he's always gonna carry. And I like how Rick Ross opens songs with other artists. I think he's the go-to guy to put on the first verse. Facts. Love the Lil Wayne verse, hated the auto-tune. Look, if you listen to what he's saying, I'm the apex, he was going in.
Yeah, the verses Wayne has been on a tear like with the last
he has, man. People been sleeping on his feet. He did the feature with Corday, cooked it. A lot of people slept on that because it was more of a hip hop song. He did not need to put the auto tune. Turned me off.
It's time to let go. Yeah, it's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go, son. Like exactly, it's time to let it go. I feel like auto tune in hip hop is what baggy clothes is to fashion. Let it go. Yeah, you need to let it go. Now, what he said on it was dope. Then Hov comes on. I love the Jay-Z verse. It was very long, but I still loved it. I feel like he had a lot to say. I feel like towards the end, it was like it was in waves towards the end. Like it would drop, he pick it back up, drop, pick it back up. But overall, I loved it. I feel like for DJ Khaled to have he basically has 3 living legends on that second track. The first quote unquote song, which is the second track. You got Rick Ross. I think Rick Ross has solidified himself to kind of be put in that living legendary conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Wayne definitely is there. Hov is definitely there. So for them to have them on that second track / first actual song, the album that should have set the tone for the album. The album should not have been mid. And we gonna really go into this whole mid conversation because I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing faith in it. Now, but I want your opinion on the God Did song. Like, what do you overall feel about it? Like, if you had to rank that song from 1 to 10, where would you put it?
The song for me, I would say it's tough to. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it, to me, I'm gonna put it as a 9 because I like the beat. Like it's one of those beats, like that's a hard beat, especially to start your album with.
Yes.
You know, Ross and Wayne brought it. Hov, of course. Like I was listening to that. I was on my way home in an Uber, and I'm listening to it. And I could hear, like, I look at the timestamp and I'm like, it's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the song. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I know nobody else is on this. And it's like, Hov is not about to rap for like 4 minutes.
And he did it.
He did. And I'm like, wow. Okay. Like,
that's like the longest we've ever heard a verse from him, right? I don't think we've ever heard a verse that long from Jay-Z.
No, absolutely not. And it's like the stuff he was saying, like he was saying some dope shit. Like, he was cooking. So I have no real complaint about this.
Yo, your man Hov was like the uncle that don't come to the cookout. He was like, I'm coming today. You know what I'm saying? He fired a griller, you know what I'm saying? But I hated that weird ass hook on the song. I hated it. Hated the weird hook. The weird hook didn't work for me.
I think they could have, it's something about it that could have been tightened up, but I
Now my thing was, okay, it said featuring John Legend. We don't quote unquote hear John Legend till the end of the song. But was that a John Legend sample they slowed down or something? Because I don't know.
I think there's somebody else on there. I don't have it in front of me, but it was somebody else doing that. Like the earlier hook, that's somebody else. I forget
and so my thing, but they didn't name that, whoever that was, they didn't put his name in the description, I believe.
I want to say I think Friday is what I heard.
Oh, okay. But what's his name in the description though? Like on streaming platform? Like I didn't see.
I thought Friday is his name. I don't.
Well, I got to go back, but it didn't work for me. To me, I would have gave it a 10, not a 9, because I agree with you, it was a 9. I would have gave it a 10, but that damn hook, it just bothered me for some reason.
I think I liked it after I listened to it a second time. Like the first time, I was like, on the hook. The hook, I mean,
I tried like, that.
But when as I listened to it more, I liked it more.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work. I listened to it multiple times, and I can't get jiggy with it. Like Michael Blackson used to say, can't get jiggy with it. But I love the song. Yo, hold that thought. We will be right back. We got to pay these bills. Shouts out to Anchor FM for the distribution, for the sponsorship. We will come back with episode 76, Two Cuzins, Part 4. Bang, bang. Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. We're now back with the Life of Produk Podcast, man. This is episode 76, Two Cuzins, Part 4. We are breaking down and dissecting this DJ Khaled album. God did. Khaled is a very interesting dude, man. You know what? I don't see how a person could not like Khaled. He seems like a very likable person. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think he gets all these features. You know what I'm saying? I think people just don't want to tell him no. I get that inclination about this guy. But we got some stuff to talk about. So let me ask you a question. What you doing on this beautiful Saturday? You staying alive? I had to throw that in. All right, listen, man. You know we come from a music household. My pops love music. Your pop, they have like the same taste in music, right? Yeah. So we grew up on the BGs and all that old school stuff, even hip hop and R&B of that present time, right?
Right.
I am not feeling that staying alive joint at all.
No, I mean you're not alone, fam. Like when it came out, it didn't do what I think they would do. Like,
exactly.
Like it just kind of felt like Drake kind of phoned that in.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, here's some, like, it's Khaled, so all right, here you go. Let me just throw you.
Yo, it's crazy because the rollout before the audio came out, the images, it looked like it was gonna be fire.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is about to be fire. And I'm gonna keep it real. I think Lil Baby of today's artist is top 10 lyrically of today's artist.
Oh, definitely.
He Lil Baby does this thing. I hate the auto tune that he uses because it kind of, to me, it takes away from his cadence and it takes away from his delivery. Because if you listen to the stuff when he rap without the auto tune, to me it flows better.
And it just makes everything sound the same when you use the auto tune.
Exactly. And it's yo, man. Like I said, man, that's like the baggy clothes of music. Like we have to stop getting rid of it. Okay, so you have people like Khaled. You have all these industry people that are in position to quote unquote save hip hop / black music. When is whack shit gonna become unacceptable? When? Because I want to know. Because it's getting old, man. It's getting really old.
Yeah, I think I just don't. You just don't know. It's like, because everybody says, oh, it's subjective, but it's like, for me, what I'll say is, aside from God Did, there's nothing exceptional on this album. Like, there's songs that are actually pretty good. Like, I like the Nardo Wick song, but it sounds like kind of most Nardo Wick records I've heard. I like the Future and SZA record.
I hate it.
It wasn't as, I didn't like it as much as I hoped. That was the one I was looking forward to. When I heard that, when I saw that they were featured, I was like, oh, gotta hear that. It was all right. I mean, I like it, but again, nothing is exceptional.
I love SZA's part on that record. It's okay. To me, it's kind of like, and I'm not trying to like talk about Future. I don't know, man. I don't know that man. He's a very, very hardworking artist, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like he destroys a lot of good records.
I actually think he did his thing on this one, though.
That's crazy because I didn't think so. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why, right? And I want to hear your opinion on this. For me, it sounded like the same old, sounding like I can't sing, but let me throw this filter on my voice. And this is no disrespect to Future, right? I'm just coming from a fan's perspective, from a hip hop perspective. When SZA comes on, it sounds amazing because SZA's vocal tone is amazing. So to me, it's kind of like taking like multi-grain bread and like Dollar Tree white bread and trying to make a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Like, it just kind of don't mix to me. And it didn't mix to me. I wasn't feeling, but like, to each his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It wasn't what I was expecting, but like I said, there's like, it's nothing. I'm like essentially outside of the God Did record and that Future SZA record. I'm not going back to this. Like, I'm not gonna listen to this album.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, right? I think the God Did is a dope song, right? To me, the hardest joint in that album is the reggae track.
What's funny? I listened to like the opening, and then I kind of turned it. I skipped that. I was just like, you know what? I'm not. I think by the time it got to that record, I was disappointed enough to where I said, you know what? I don't care about this record right
here. Yeah, I love the record. The opening of it, I get that part, but I feel like that opening, like the first couple seconds of it, but I just feel like that reggae track right there. I would love to hear DJ Khaled do a whole reggae album. That, to me, I'm waiting for that, because if you listen to all of the last reggae joints, he had like the Holy Mountain. That was like,
that was a good record.
That was a joint. Buju got off on that. Buju gets off on this. So I would love to hear him do like a whole reggae album, like started where it was old culture reggae and then hit the dance hall mid-90s, early 2000s sound, and then take it to more digital right now. I would love to hear like a 10-15 track DJ Khaled album, because I feel like of all the modern quote unquote DJs, I feel like when it comes to reggae, he gets it. He gets it.
That's an interesting take. I think I personally wouldn't trust him because I feel like look, all of this thing, like all that he taught, like marketing, he's great. I'm not knocking
he's great.
Marketing. I think it's necessary and it's great, but it's like, to me, if you keep, again, you got three back-to-back mid albums. I like the last album better than this one, actually. But three back-to-back mid albums, that's like, that's, to me, you're supposed to be this big superstar.
Yeah.
You have a lot of big confidence behind it. You talk the talk. But if you miss the playoffs 3 years back to back, it's time for conversation. If LeBron James misses the playoffs 3 years in a row, we're going to start talking about his legacy.
This is true.
So I feel like with Khaled, I mean, it's time. I think it is definitely time to have a conversation.
It is. It honestly, that conversation was a little past overdue. We should have been had this conversation.
Even after, I'll be honest, after the last album, I think we should have had it.
But it goes back to what I said. Khaled is such a likable guy. I don't think nobody wants to say bad things about him. I think that's what it is.
That's a big part of it.
I think, you know what, too? I think Khaled's energy is very positive. And I feel like that, along with his track record, his work ethic, and his popularity, all take a place in why he's able to bring these artists together on one record. Not too many people were able to put Nas and Jay-Z on one record, son. We had the Black Republicans, we had the joint on the American Gangster album, and we had the joint on the Magna Carta album. So Pharrell brought them together. I believe Diddy was the executive producer for that American Gangster album, and I forgot who did the Black Republicans track. So those were the first 3 times we saw them together. Then we had them together on Sorry Not Sorry. So nobody's been able to bring them. Mind you, Magna Carta came out in 2013, I believe. Was it 2013?
It either 13 or 12, one of them.
Now it wasn't. It might have been 12 or 13, because I remember I had just moved back to Brooklyn. I was in Queens for a few years, and I was back in Brooklyn when it came out. So it could be 12 or 13. I don't think it was past that. So we haven't seen them together on record from then. So say for a stretch of like 7-8 years, and then when he put them on the Sorry Not Sorry joint, it was like went separate musically to me. So he has a knack for doing stuff like this, but then he has a knack for throwing the wrong artists on records together. We spoke about that. Remember what he had the Justin Bieber Chance the Rapper. They had all them other people on it. I hated that song. I hated that song. That fucking song. Boy, I hated it.
But other people loved it for some reason. Like, people were really feeling that.
I don't know why. There was nothing like about it.
Yeah, I agree. It was
nothing. Okay, let's talk about real quick. Break. I want to say Migos, but I guess Unc and Neff is what they call each other now. Quavo and
Unc and Few, I think.
Unc and Few.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's why. So he's Takeoff's uncle.
I don't know what they are, to be honest. I think somebody said they're cousins. Somebody, I don't know. I know Quavo and Takeoff do look alike, so they could be.
They kind of do. They kind of, well, maybe. I mean, that's some wild shit if they are uncle and nephew and they like that close in age. I don't want to disrespect nobody, females, so we're gonna leave that right there. The beat is hard. I just don't take them serious as rappers. As artists, you have to take them serious.
That song, I mixed on that. Like, I don't know. I feel like a better artist would have killed that record.
You're right. You are 110% right. You're 110. A better artist would have killed it. The sample is hard. Like, it's hard. And I was like, wow, like they really rapping over something official. But for them as rappers, it just doesn't do it. I look at them as they're more like single artists. Like, put out a great single, make money, make streams, get downloads, tour up that single, and that's it. Like to me, like, I can't take them serious. Like, I listen to Bad and Bougie. I go back to Fight Night. Fight Night was like the only Migos record I ever really liked, because I guess it's talking about, bedroom shit, bong bong. But I can't really take these as rappers. It doesn't cut it. It doesn't.
There was a record they did on their last album last year. It was a record with Future that I like. I think them with Future is a good combo.
What if they did a whole Future project? How you think that would sound?
I think it would sound better than some of the other collab projects we've seen.
It might.
To me, that's the most obvious collab project. I think that album should have been happening.
Yeah, it should have. With the whole, I guess, Offset left, he got a problem with QC or whatever and whatnot. maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't happen. I'm very interested to see where Offset's going to go now that I guess he's off the label. He's trying to get off the label. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that, but that's interesting to me.
Yeah,
and
I
think that's
I didn't know about. I mean, it was all the talk started when Quavo and Takeoff did that record a couple of months ago, and he wasn't on it.
Yeah,
and it was talking about
right.
those two were doing an album, and it was like, well, that seems a little weird. Like
Yeah.
it's one thing for them to break off and do solo projects, but for two to do something without one of them, it looks a little weird.
Yeah, I just can't take. Like I said, no disrespect to them. These guys are rich. They're doing their thing. They're feeding their families. I just can't take them serious as rappers. Like I can't. And I don't think I ever will. And this is, I promise I'm not a hater. I'm just a hip hop fan. I don't think I will ever be able to take all three of them, whether they're solo, all of that. And I remember when they all put out their solo projects, I gave all of those projects a solid listen, and I was like, I can never listen to this again.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. People don't talk enough about that. That was a mistake
because nobody cares. Them shits was trash. Like that's why. Like nobody. Like it's kind of coming to the point. Like it's like a sin to call these big artists whack or to say I'm not feeling that. Like people get mad at you. You don't even know these niggas.
Yeah,
like why can't I give my unpopular, unfiltered opinion when some shit is trash?
Very true. Yeah.
It's like, fam, like, are we? And my thing is, I think we become so acceptable of this shit. Like, it has to stop at a certain point. I think it's crazy how we're starting to see. It's becoming like I think it's a fad. I don't think the industry really believes in this, but I think it's becoming a fad to put 21 Savage over these sample records.
That's another one I almost forgot about. The record with him by himself. That record is okay, but again,
it is okay.
It's okay. There's nothing exceptional.
Yeah, it's nothing exceptional about it. I'm shocked that we've actually gotten good 21 Savage verses like on the J. Cole joints and things like that, because when he first came out, I was really believing him, and I just wasn't fucking with it. I felt like he didn't have the artistic experience to be as big as he was.
Yeah,
and this is not me shitting on him, but I think now he's trying to get out of that box that he was in, because he was in a box for a minute. And I hear it, but I don't think he's there yet.
I think he's definitely evolved, like in a good way. And he's gotten better.
Yo, he's got way better than what he used to be. Man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I didn't see what the appeal. Like when he first kind of blew up, I did not see what the appeal was.
I did not see it, but
like
everybody down in the A and those areas all rock with each other. They all push each other, which I think is dope. I think New York needs to do more of that. They need to. They really they need to take the competition factor out of it and just start like rocking with each other and really help and push each other. That's why the South is ahead of New York, and it's gonna stay. The South has had what, a 10-year run, more than 10 years, like 15 years, and it's gonna go another 15 if other artists like New York, California don't follow suit. It's not the music they gotta follow suit. It's the blueprint and the trajectory that they're missing out on. But we're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back with the third segment of the Life of Produk. I'm gonna hit you with a crazy debate, and it's gonna mess your head up. So just prepare yourself for it. We will be right back. Gia, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. We're now back with the Life of Produk Podcast, man. This is episode 76. Shouts out to the cousin who called into the show for Two Cuzins Part 4. We're gonna really make a series out of this, and we're gonna talk that hardcore hip hop stuff that y'all really be wanting to hear from me. Because I'll be talking about life a lot, man. I think I'll be getting y'all feeling, so I gotta tone it down a little bit. Still bring the content and bong. But like I told you in the second part of the show, I'm gonna hit you with something that's gonna mess your head up. DJ Drama versus DJ Khaled. Who's gonna win in the versus?
I'm glad you brought this up. I had no clue what kind of debate you were gonna hit me with. Because I saw Khaled on Drink Champs. Well, I saw the clip. And because I'm never gonna watch that episode because I think it would be the most annoying Drink Champs episode ever. I think he's entertaining.
Man, I love Nori.
Like you said, Khaled is entertaining. I think he's annoying as fuck. I'm sorry. So I'm never gonna listen to it.
I want to have a face-to-face conversation with Khaled one day because I don't know where it's going to go, but I can't wait for that day to happen. I can't wait, man. Shouts out to Nori and FN, man. Shouts out to them, man. They keeping the combos going. But it's my thing is, so I was listening to Rory and Maul, I think last week, and they had DJ Drama on there. It was a really great interview. shouts out to as all of y'all know, I'm in North Carolina now. They're doing a podcast tour. I'm gonna try to make it out to that show to watch it live because I love what they're doing. So they had Drama on there and they brung that up. And Drama was really breaking down his catalog and how he can hang and beat Khaled in the verses. You know what I'm saying? Now, my question before I get into it, who do you think would win that?
It's tough because I like DJ Drama, but
Yeah.
like, so when it comes to both of them, because Khaled kind of was saying it, like Khaled said, oh, he won all the smoke. He said nobody could beat him. And
Yes.
my thought was, well, who would you put him against? Because
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought Drama. Like, if you would ask, oh, who would you
And
say?
nobody would have thought, and that's the thing. A lot of people canceled out Drama, and I kind of didn't think about Drama when they first asked Khaled that, and I made that mistake because Drama catalog is crazy.
It is. It's like he's slept on. I think he's very slept on.
You know
but
what?
I don't. Khaled has the Khaled on like at face value. Khaled has the bigger records.
Yes, he does.
I've seen some verses where sometimes the bigger records don't always match depending on what the opponent plays.
Dipset versus Lux. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I really don't know who would, like, I would have to see that. Because I think, like, again, Drama may have something where I may have forgot.
Yeah.
It's a Drama record. You know what I mean? So
yes.
It's a tough one.
For me, the verses, right? And I've been giving this a long thought, right? And first I was like, nah, this one to win, that one to win. It would have to be like Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. And here's why I say that, right? I say that because Mike Tyson was a stronger power puncher. Khaled would have to be Mike Tyson. DJ Drama would have to be Lennox Lewis. And being that Lennox Lewis was 6 foot something taller than Tyson, meaning DJ Drama has a wider catalog than Khaled. People might not notice. I forgot how many official albums on streaming Drama had, but Drama had a deal with Dat Piff and was releasing mixtape albums every single month. If you look at the whole, so like let me not jump ahead too far. So when I say Khaled would have to be Mike Tyson had asthma. He said this on an interview one time, and he said, "Why would you go in there knocking dudes out so fast?" Because he had asthma. He was a power puncher. He would have to Mike Tyson DJ Drama, meaning the punches that Khaled would have to throw from a Mike Tyson music perspective, Drama can't throw because he's taller and his catalog is wider. He can't go for the body shots. He can't go for those standing uppercuts popping up like the little dude from Mike Tyson Punch Out. Meaning, Drama don't have no Jay-Z verses. Khaled has 4 of those.
A few, he's got a few.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, it's a tough one to call.
He got 4 fire Jay-Z verses. He got Top Back. I got the Keys alone with Future was hard.
Yeah.
Not only does he have that, he has Beyonce rapping, dog, on Top Back, Top Down, Top Back, whatever it's called, right? Now,
Top Offs, I think.
Then he has Sorry Not Sorry. Then he also has the Jay-Z verse from this recent one. All of those was fire. He has 2 Nas verses. He has he has 3 Nas verses. One of them wasn't good though because it was for a different song. So
actually, you know what? Let me, like you mentioned the whole verse. The funny thing is though, with all those whole verses, I think in a versus battle, the only one that he would, and probably I would say maybe not should play, but I think the only one that he would play is probably the one from God Did. Like I don't think you need to play with all the big records he has. I don't think you need to play any of the other whole verses.
But he would though, just to say, I got this. I think Khaled would do that. But then he got the I'm So Hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? He got those records. Okay, now in a verses, right? If we're looking at a verses, 20 joints back to back, he got the Nas album done. And Sorry Not Sorry, I'm So Hood. I wouldn't throw the I'm So Hood remix in there. But if you outside of those records for the last few Khaled albums, what other songs can you really think of off the top of your head? But okay, the Cardi B joint and the Lil Baby joint from that other one. But really think about it. After you hit 10, how many songs can Khaled really play in a versus that's gonna have a versus crowd is different. That's a whole different crowd. Say if they do a versus and then go to the Garden, or they go to like a stadium in Atlanta, because one is from we're not gonna say Atlanta because you got Miami, which Khaled's from, even though Drama's from Philly. You can't go to Philly. He's more big in Atlanta. So you got to go somewhere outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Say if they went to somewhere like in Texas or something. Anyway, and you play those solid 10 joints, the 4 Jay-Z joint. You know what I'm saying? After you hit 10, what other records can Khaled really play?
He's got
I forgot about the joint with Fabulous, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe and Pusha T. I forgot about that. My bad.
I forgot about that too. I think he got. I mean, you got Wild Thoughts, of course.
Yeah.
You got. He might, throw in that SZA record. with the Miss Jackson flip from the last
yeah,
album,
okay, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Might throw that in there.
But that's not a versus vibe though, son. A versus is like you coming up, you know what I'm saying? You coming up. Okay, now, boom. Not to cut you off right there. If it's Drama turn, and I had to literally go on that pip and look at Drama's catalog. Now, Drama got records that he could use from his streamable shit. Like, okay, he got what was the joint? The Canon. Remember that?
Yeah.
He got the Canon remix. So I would think he could play both of them. If I'm So Hood remix, but he got the Canon remix. He had 5,000 ones with Nelly. He had the joint with, he had joints with Willie the Kid and a lot of Dark Man that was dope for his time. Hustler, getting that cash, he'll throw you. He got that joint. He's got some streamable shit, but he's gonna have to dig into his mixtape catalog. That's the only way he could win against Khaled in the verses. The only way.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's the only. So if they let him do it, I'm thinking it could probably go either way. Because you got if with the crowd, okay, it would have to be a crowd of our era. Because the new crowd is only going to know Khaled. They're not going to know DJ Drama. Oh, let me backtrack. They will. He got the Little Uzi Vert early catalog because he did some Little Uzi.
Yeah. That's the stuff that like a lot of the people from today they know him from. So I don't know how like that stuff matches up. That's why like the more we talk about this, I don't think it's a good matchup. And as we're talking, the funny thing is, I think a good matchup for Khaled would be a non-hip hop DJ. I think one of them, to me, and like you just think about it. If you listen to it, like, because I know like the first dude I'm gonna say he puts out good albums, and his last album was actually the album he put out recently. This summer was good.
Who's that?
Calvin Harris.
Somebody like that. Wow, I didn't think about
that because he does the same thing where he just does it's a pop version where he'll take hip hop artists and whatever. Like his latest album got this Dirk on a song. Snoop is on a record.
Wow.
He had on his last album a few years ago, he had the Migos and Frank Ocean. He had Future and Khalid. Like he does the same thing as Khaled, but he does it on a pop scale. So I think that's a better matchup. Like the David Guettas or
Guetta, you just messed my head up with that because I think
those type of acts I think fit Khaled because Khaled has reached that level of like pop stardom. Like Khaled's a pop star.
He's not really hip hop no more. He is more pop star-ish because
he's still and I appreciate him for still fucking with hip hop and making hip hop music. But he's kind of like he's ascended. So I think his peers are actually those cats I mentioned, like Calvin Harris, David Guetta.
Yes.
There's others I'm thinking of that. I know the other one who passed away, rest in peace, I think Avicii. Those type of acts, I think, match up better.
Even somebody like the producer Girl Talk would be good to throw in there too, because he's got some dope records too. He just did that project with Big Crit, Wiz Khalifa, and I forgot who else was on it. But that shocked me. I was like that. I wasn't really following dude like that, but to me it came out of nowhere, and I thought it was a great project. I thought it was very left field to put all of them on it. That's what I loved about it. But yeah, man, you know, and I think the reason why DJ Drama, quote unquote, versus DJ Khaled, quote unquote, was stolen out there because they both have the name DJ in front of it. That's I think
they kept the name DJ. Yeah. Remember, Mustard dropped it. Remember DJ Mustard?
He did, and he just Mustard now. Yeah, he just Mustard now. And nobody really nobody talks about Mustard one time. Mustard had a great one. Nobody really talks about Mustard now. He I remember he got the whole producer of the year. He produced a lot of stuff. To me, I think he's still producing for LMA. I want LMA's sound to change. It needs to change. It can't. I think she's gotten so big vocally and talent wise. I think she's too big to sing over DJ Mustard production now. It just doesn't work. I think she needs it because there was a record. I think it just came out and I heard on the radio, which I don't listen to the radio anymore, but it came on the radio. And I was thinking to myself, why is she still singing over these summertime happy, I want to be in a relationship type beats? She's past that. I want to hear her. Yeah, I want to hear a ballad from LMA. I want to hear like something featuring like an Alicia Keys or something like that. That's where I think she should be talent-wise and artistry-wise right now. But listen, I'm just a podcaster. There you go. Listen to me. So, I
agree with you. I dug her last the album that came out this year. I don't think it got as much because there was no big like no boot up level hit on it.
Good, and it needs to not be that way.
Good. I think the album is really good. I think she's great. I think she makes good music. I mean, she's drop dead gorgeous, just beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'll have her babies in a heartbeat. But yeah, like very talented young lady. LMA.
Oh,
man. Hear this. I love you. Hit me up. Dark Prince of Brooklyn on
Word
Instagram.
up.
Hit me up, Ella.
Yo, listen, Ella, man, if you hear this, he's willing to be a stay-at-home dad so you can carry on your career. So stop playing games out here. Stop playing games. You know what I'm saying? Bong bong. We need some cousins to come out this way. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that's the end of the show, man. Episode 76, Two Cousins, Part 4. We had to dissect that DJ Khaled album. God did it. He put the album out, and now we here to talk about it. You got anything you want to say, cousin?
Just stay alive, stay safe.
Oh man, I ain't been doing my fault, man. Finish. Go ahead, man. Finish. Say what you said. You know
but yeah, like that was lazy of Drake. Like that was a lazy Drake record, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't.
Like, that's the thing. It just shows the level that Drake is on, where he could mail stuff in and it's just alright. Like you can have higher expectations, but like the conversation started of like, oh, like after that came out, it's like, oh, is Drake falling off? And a lot of people like, yeah, but it's not like any other fall off we've ever seen.
That's funny because it's not like any other. But I think that he can. I think he should be allowed to put out mid records because he's been putting out big records his whole career. Yeah. So he should be allowed like a window to put out some mid shit. Like I don't think it's that bad. But I just wasn't. I would have liked the record more with that beat, those lyrics over a different hook. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
The hook was very lazy to me.
It really was. But yo, man, shout out to you, cousin. I appreciate it. We're gonna hit y'all with Two Cousins Part 4 sometime the end of next month. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about whatever album that dropped, whether it's good or bad. It better be bad. It better be good, because if it's bad, we ain't holding back. Yeah, we out, baby.
You are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.